What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Rocco's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a roasted pork loin, and we're going to be stuffing that. We're going to be stuffing it with some sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, some Pecorino Romano, and I got a little fresh chopped rosemary. Also I saved the oil from our sun-dried tomatoes. We're just going to use it to coat that before we throw it in the oven. Anyways, let's start prepping our pork loin. But before we do that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Now let's start cooking. Okay. Now, my camera wanted to not work for me, but all I did to start was went about a half an inch down, and I cut through and opened her up, stopped about a half inch to the end, worked my way down about a half an inch, and then worked my way back through to the other side. That's all I did to open that up. And then I seasoned it with salt and pepper. Okay. So now, we're going to take our Pecorino Romano and just grate that over it. You can be as generous with that as you would like. I've also used Fontina here. It worked out great. Tasted awesome. I'm gonna go with my sun-dried tomatoes. Not gonna do too much over here because that's gonna fold over. Just layer our spinach. And just sprinkle that rosemary on there. Does not have to look pretty at this point. So now I'm going to start with my bottom and just start rolling it up. I'm going to squeeze all that in there together nice and tight. There you go. I'll just take any of that stuff that fell out and just get rid of that. She's stuffed. So now I'm going to take my butcher's twine, just come under the front. So I'm just taking it, making a loop around the other string, pulling the end through, pull it back, pull it forward. Should get nice and tight. You can do that, just work it back and forth, or you can just tie a knot right there. That works too. So now, I take my string, make a circle, like that. Come around this end. We go about 1 inch away, and again just pull forward, pull back. Do that all the way down. Take your string, circle, wrap it around. Forward, pull back. You could also just tie individual knots down the entire thing. That would work fine. Okay, all the way down, just tie it up nice and tight, and cut my string, and just tie a knot here at the end, keep that together. Beautiful. Behind me I got my oven. Preheated to 375 degrees. I'm going to put my pork onto this nice roasting rack here. Top of a sheet pan. This is where we're going to take that oil from the sun-dried tomatoes. Just drizzle that over the top. Rub that in. And go all the way around with that. Just add even more of that sun-dried tomato flavor to it. And then we're going to season the whole thing again, salt and pepper. And she is ready for the oven. So that's going to go in for about 50 minutes or so, or until it hits an internal temperature of 145 degrees. We have reached 145 and it looks beautiful. So now I'm just going to let that rest for a couple minutes before we cut into her. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Oh yeah. I think that will do. That will do. So we got a beautiful pork roast here, and it's time for dinner. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you next time on Rocco's Kitchen.